These are new.
These are $10.
And they actually get good audio.
They actually do get good audio. We had like we've been. You saw the one that I put up on YouTube. No, you don't need it. It just works so well.
Testing.
Yeah.
1, 2.
You can't hear it right now, but you're coming in loud.
I know. I'm sure I am, and I believe it.
So Paige Roux.
Hi.
And oh wait, hang on. I gotta do an intro.
Oh, we got to do a clap, right?
And what's up, Red State? My name is Brandon Morse, and I'm here with the one and only Paige Roux, one of my favorite people here,
Seriously?
if not my favorite person.
Red State is my favorite to come to. I love it because you're so real.
Am
like
I?
we just
Thank
have
you
a have a conversation.
Yeah, that's kind of what I really like about this is like you actually have the ability to have a conversation because many people come here and they're like very rigid. They don't know what to say. They have like a thing in their head that they already want to put down. But you just go with the flow. You're like an improv master.
Thanks. I don't call myself an improv master. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like sometimes, especially like, there's a lot of pressure on us too.
Mm-hmm.
We have to be on it. We have to give precise answers all the time and just like know what you're going to ask before you ask it. And it's always on the spot questions. And this, I'm like, great.
Let's just sit back and
Let's
relax
talk.
and hang out.
Well, let's
You know,
ask
pop
questions.
some poppers and.
I know, those are awesome.
No, they are so cool.
How's the event going for you?
It's going great. I'm going to go up on stage at like 3:30. Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah. I'm going to talk about the whole COVID-19 restrictions and lockdowns and
Oh,
fascism.
so you're
thing.
right after Candace.
Yes, I am.
I will be there.
You will?
I will. Oh,
Good.
fun.
I need as many people in the crowd cheering me on as possible.
We'll be there.
Because this is a big place. It's a big stage. It's like bigger than CPAC at this point.
It is. Yeah, it is the biggest conservative event of the year. I
Of the year.
believe.
Yeah. Yes.
It's
Much
fantastic.
from what I was talking to some of the staff here, and they were like, "Yeah, this is by and large much bigger." How much pressure on you is there to like? You mentioned it a second ago, but like you're one of the influencers for TPUSA. You've got to be feeling like, man, this is like Christmas or like or the big production,
Yes and no. For other contributors, I'm sure I don't get followed as much as other contributors, which I am.
That is a shame.
I'm right now grateful
Fix
for.
that, Red State.
Right now,
Fix
I'm
it
grateful
now.
for. So I get to like actually enjoy it. Yes, there are some times that I am very stressed. But then I get to like sit down and meet people and have conversations like this. I think the best is like running in because I go to colleges and high schools around the country during the year and talk about firearms and the Second Amendment. That's part of my job. And so what's really cool is I get to see those students at this event now and we get to reconnect. I get to talk to them. So that's the best part, I think. But I mean, there's a level of stress for sure because there's a tight schedule that we have to be on. I just got done filming my gun show and then that's where we kind of like passed and I was like, I'll be right there.
Have you noticed a change and shift in the culture since you started being an influencer when it comes to guns and the youth, like how they view it?
What I love most about it is, I mean, when I was growing up, guns were just guns. It was just like a household item.
Right.
It was hunting. It was a sport. Since I got started in this movement, honestly, it was a culture shock to me because I was kind of tunnel vision. I knew what I knew, and I thought everyone else knew what I knew.
But yeah.
And then I realized, different states have different experiences. So honestly, the first culture shock that I had was going to my first school and speaking, and the questions that these students had of, Paige, I want to know, how can I get concealed carry legal, or how can I get my school to approve concealed carry, and what facts do I need to have? And I was like, whoa. So
Oh God.
That's deep. And so that was a huge culture shock. I didn't realize what issues they were having in schools and what questions they had until I started getting into it. So now this year, I feel very comfortable. I'm excited for those tough questions.
Yeah.
And I like going to all these schools and thinking, they're on it. These students are on it. They want the Second Amendment. They want firearms. They want to be educated on it. But what I love most is that we have tough conversations. We have, not everyone agrees. They want to have arguments, but healthy arguments. No voices are raised. We both hear each other, and it's a good conversation. And it sparks both of us. We're like,
Yeah.
That's what I love, and that's what I've seen the change of my first year to this year now.
See,
I love it.
I love the fact that you're like so gung-ho about that, because, I hang out around a lot of leftists, believe it or not.
Really?
They are scared to talk about guns in any other way than like negative.
Or yelling. They don't know how to.
Emotional responses.
They're
of
all
it.
emotional responses, and that's what I talk about on my gun show to schools. Is it's all emotional, and you
Yeah.
have to. I talk to them and talk to schools about how to have those conversations, or know when it's not right to have that conversation.
Your Instagram, and I'm sorry if I skipped this, a girl who shoots.
Some chick who shoots.
Some chick who shoots. Some chick.
I'm just some chick.
Just some chick who shoots.
That was the best.
Thank you. You can use that as a recording later on. Your Instagram is actually really fun to watch and look at.
Thank you.
It's so cool. You are one of the more down-to-earth people that I've met when it comes to gun rights, because, a lot of people aren't nearly as fun when they talk about it. It's like very serious, and you have to understand.
Or it's like, our weapons, and we need to arm everyone. I'm like, no, maybe arming you is not what you want to do. Maybe you don't want a gun, but just don't take mine away.
Right.
That's all I want.
Just respect it,
Yeah.
I like the fact that you wear Chucks on a shooting range.
I know. So that's he's wearing Chucks right now. I know. Sorry, it's a high camera.
Yeah, I can't get it up there.
I'm
my
wearing-
legs don't bend that way anymore.
I'm wearing boots right now, but yeah, Chucks are my uniform.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're the best.
It's just, it's cool that we actually have someone so laid back, willing to have a chat, not get too serious about it. And I was kind of talking to Joe Bob about this too. It's kind of like a happy warrior mentality, because I feel, and I'm not going to mention any other gatherings or anything like that, negative ways, but it gets a little too serious. It gets a little too intense, too severe.
And a lot of arguments. I think where I'm different, especially with my topic and how I argue, whether that's with Turning Point or anything in the firearms industry, because I do both, is I won't argue to be right. I refuse. I don't like being right. It's just let me understand you if you are willing to understand me.
It's a dialogue, not a monologue that you're willing to put on.
I'm not going to listen to you to respond. I honestly want to understand, and I will never raise my voice at someone. My friends and family know this. If you talk over me, I will let you talk.
Okay.
And if you don't want to hear what I have to say, and it's so important for you to get your facts, then I'll be like, it's not worth it for me.
Yeah.
That's how arguments turn into fights and to I'm not looking for
Trying
that.
to speak over each other and
It's
stuff like that.
exhausting.
It is.
I don't have the energy for that.
It is a little exhausting, because I one of the things that I've been on a kick of lately, it's like, you're not going to win any minds until you win a heart. You're not going to win any hearts by trying to insult the other person.
I like that.
You like that? Yeah.
I do like that. I didn't think about that.
It's a standard thing, we spend so much time trying to talk at people. We don't talk with people.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to have that conversation, because once you have that conversation, they get to know you as a person, as a human being, with their own emotions and concerns and stuff like that. You get humanized, and they suddenly can relate to you more. They can relate to you more. You can actually speak to their heart versus just throwing
And get
facts
to know
at their
them.
mind. Yeah.
Because honestly, firearms are so overwhelming already.
Yes.
And I've been told I'm sometimes intimidating until you get to know me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to work on it.
She's the nicest person, seriously.
We're a work in progress.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all a work in progress?
But I recognize that firearms are very overwhelming to people. So if I come at you, that's even more overwhelming. And I don't want to be known as, I'm not a girl with a gun. I'm not a GG on my Instagram. I am just some chick
who shoots.
who shoots.
And it all comes round circle. I like that.
That was such a good landing.
That was
Did you see
really
that?
good. You stuck that. 10 out of 10.
And finish.
Well, Paige, thank you so much for stopping by and having another conversation with me.
This is my favorite. Every Turning Point event. I love stopping by.
That makes me feel so good. You have no idea. Hearing that just makes me like.
Because the
makes
first one
my heart
was
grow 3 sizes.
YWLS.
Yeah, it was YWLS, and we had this really great conversation, and another great conversation at SAS, and I hope we have more going forward. Seriously,
I'll be here.
I'll be looking for you.
Perfect.
All right. Hey, Thanks everyone. Go Some Chick Who Shoots on Instagram. I got it right that time.
Some chick who shoots. Do you know what? You're not the only one who forgets it. It's okay.
But it shouldn't be forgettable. It's
Girl with a gun, you get it.
Yeah,
Paige Roux.
But there's only one Paige Roux, So go check her out. Seriously, it's a fun Instagram account to look at. Paige Roux, thank you so much for stopping by again.
Thanks so much. Have fun at this event.
Oh, I will. You too. Hey, stick around. We've got more coming right up.